Parda or covering a woman from top to toe in Muslim society has taken the status of an institution. It has become a pillar of faith. In many cases, even modern educated families resort to Parda. People think that the Quran tells Muslim women to live behind the veil. So let us first see what the Quran says. It says, tell the believing women to lower their eyes, maintain their chastity, and not display their charms except what is apparent outwardly, and cover their bosom with their veils and not show their finery. This is mentioned in Surah 24:31. At the same place, the Quran also says men to lower their eyes and maintain chastity. Another verse of the Quran says, O Prophet, tell your wives, your daughters, and the wives of the believers to draw their wraps a little over them. Thus they will be recognized and no harm will come to them. This is mentioned in Surah 33:59. So the Quran says the Muslim women to put a wrap like chadar or dupatta over them. The purpose is that if they dress decently, they would be recognized that these women belong to respectable families. That is it, that is the intention. But the Quran does not say cover the whole body of a woman from head to toe and depersonalize her, withdraw her from society. It does not say drive women out of politics, education, sports, media. It does not say keep your women confined to your home. Hazrat Aisha, wife of the Prophet, traveled with the Prophet. She rode camel. She led the battle of Basra as a commander. Her memory was sharp and she is said to be the source of half of the hadith or tradition. Parda and the sentiment behind it we see today is not as much a religious prescription as it is our feudal and patriarchal mindset. Our social and familial honor is centered in a woman's womb and her body. If one looks at our woman, our honor is violated. So keep her confined within the four walls. We keep our women in Parda, but I tell you of my experience. Once I walked with my cousin sister in my mohalla. She was wearing niqab. It was a Muslim mohalla and all the men, literally all the men, gazed at her, whichever gully we turned. I felt so uncomfortable. I felt like breaking the heads of these men. In the same mohalla, one gentleman, about 55 years old, my neighbor, would get up and sit on a terrace. He would gaze at the school-going girls in white jumper, navy blue kameez, staring from the east direction of the road to the west direction for at least an hour daily in the morning. He had no shame, but his wife and daughter went out to the market wrapped in niqab from head to toe. Even their hands were hardly visible. In that Muslim mohalla, no schoolgirl would pass the street without being commented or followed up to the school by the boys who ruled the lanes. Our religious leaders said that the West was on decline because it gave freedom and equal status to women. According to them, the West was a story of rape and exploitation of women. It was going to dogs and their fall was coming. Now let us see how the Parda system damages the woman, the community and the country. You have actually chased half of the population from the public sphere, deprived them of all the opportunities. If you do not allow women to come on the road, in the school, in the colleges or in politics. I come across many ladies who are very sharp, intelligent, much more than many men, but their talent remain unutilized because they are confined to their homes. It is like you have a brother, you grow normally, go to a school, get a job, make your father and family proud. Your family name becomes famous, but your brother is confined at home, lives in Parda. and is not allowed to contribute to the family income or its name and prestige. So it is a loss to your brother as well as to your family. Remember, you prevented Geeta Gopinath, Madame Curie, Lata Mangeshkar, Joan of Arc, Noor Jahan from being born. The Quran says with proper and decent dress, Muslim women will be recognized and no harm will come to them. But Parda brings lots of negative consequences like segregation, hostility, backwardness, suspicion and ridicule for them, which is not the intention of the woman wearing niqab, which is also not the intention of the Holy Quran. But the religious leaders say that religion has given us a code, a way of life to the followers to live. Live according to that code. Think not about the benefit or the loss in this world. Do as you have been directed. But I doubt if it is a sane way of thinking. The religious head who tells me not to think of the loss or gain in this world would travel 2 miles extra if he can save 5 rupees in purchasing vegetables. Apologists would say, where is Parda among the Muslim women? The religion prescribes equality to women. The issue is not what the religion prescribes. The issue is what you practice. The issue is when this practice would change. Cloth is for decency. It is a mark of human civilization. I am all for modesty. I am sure if you wear a top and a jean in an interview board, the board would tell you to get lost and they would show you the door. The interview board seeks maturity, seriousness in the candidate, and the lady dressed in a top and a jean fails to show that. And I am sure a lady covered in thick black veil from top to toe would fare worse. When they make women cover their faces fully, they disempower them and the community. They make women helpless, dependent, timid. They ruin their health. They separate them from the stream of education, politics, bureaucracy, in fact from everything good in this world. This is a crime, but this is what the Muslim society and the community is doing across the globe. Other traditions and societies also told their women to keep off from the public spheres and treated them as objects. But they changed with time. They realized their mistakes. They realized what was wrong. The conscience of wise men and women from these communities was disturbed. They came out on the street and launched movement for women's rights. They showed urgency. The state and the government also came forward and made legislation to change the state of affairs and give women equal rights. Would the men and women from Muslim community also come out and fight this evil?